It's the director, Robert Zemeckis, or as people around here in Hollywood call him, Bob. And the man who brought you such great films like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and
all the Back to the Futures,
Castaway, and what's the other choice that you've got here on our poll question today?
You
made the poll question.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Let me explain my reasoning as to that.
So you're like, you're going to show your kids Castaway? And I'm like, should I leave out the plane crash or the marooned on an island where your tooth is decaying to the point where you got to use the blade of a figure skate to jam it out yourself and scream?
What do we do?
And by the way, this is my son. Just so you're aware, this is my oldest son who is, perhaps more attuned and ready for this movie than any of my three children.
Yeah,
I know, who had to put down Lord of the Flies after attempting to read the first chapter of that book.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, that's about kids on an island themselves.
That's an intense book. Well, look, beyond all of those things that you did say about Castaway, it is a movie about redemption and perseverance and never giving up hope, which are all three important lessons in life.
Also showing my children that if I'm marooned on an island, maybe mom will get remarried. Spoiler alert.
To Mr. Big.
Mr. Big.
Look, I brought up will you show your kids Castaway because in the last year...
Will you show your kids Castaway?
You have been showing your kids all kinds of new movies.
Like what? The war on Grandpa?
I mean, that's exactly.
What are you talking about? No, we showed them.
You've been watching new or
Hidden
old
Figures,
movies.
which is an excellent movie to show kids, by the way.
Here's the deal: show them the trailer and see if it passes the trailer.
No way. No way.
What do you mean?
Show them the trailer.
I have to look the trailer now. There's no way.
By the way, also my youngest son, Cooper, who's 10, he cannot stand any plot in which there's a misunderstanding. Like a simple misunderstanding. Like name any plot where they think somebody's done something bad and something's happening from that. And how are they going to put this whole, how are they going to get this thing fixed by the end of the episode? He runs out of the room. Like he would run out of the room over a Three's Company episode. Like when Jack Tripper said something that got misconstrued, and then Mr. Roper.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? You just peered into my window? Like he can't handle that. I'm not showing him Castaway.
All
so
right.
let's move on.
Fair.
By the way, the trailer.
I mean, showing him Forrest Gump.
The kids wouldn't watch the movie.
Forrest Gump might be more appropriate. All the Vietnam War scenes are particularly intense in that movie.
Yeah,
they are.
Show him Rocky.
That's intense.
Before Castaway.
Rocky's kind of slow. Rocky's a love story.
Again,
you got to get things. I showed him Miracle, and it was a long movie. It was long.
Rocky's a little slow.
Blind Side was like 2 hours long. They kind of were like a half, towards the end.
What about?
They were scared by Lou Holtz too, just like most people would be.
What about Perfect Storm? You could get out of that right before the end.
Perfect Storm.
The Perfect Storm.
What does the matter?
You don't
with
have to show them the
it.
end.
Stop it. Now you're just doing this just for the fact. Come on, stop it.
All right.
Stop it.
All right.
They have to stop before the end. Spoiler alert.
But Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You could.
No, I think that's still also
A little edgy.
Well, I mean, the end where with the goop and all that business. Okay. That's kind of crazy. All right. So
I'm just trying.
I might not be the right one to jump in here because I was watching like Bachelor Party on a scrambled screen when I was 12. So I think our generation
scrambled.
Remember
screen.
that? Like
Please.
you had to. It was like. And you had to sit there and just kind of try to watch HBO.
I had a side business.
Cinemax.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.